The Saints wrapped up their final practice Friday ahead of the Carolina Panthers game this Sunday, 12 o'clock in the Caesars Superdome. Welcome into our Saints practice report. I'm Erin Summers. Quarterback Derek Carr was elevated to a full participant in practice Friday after being limited the 2 days prior. Carr is still working through a rib and shoulder injury and is still progressing through the concussion protocol. Wide receiver Chris Olave, who had his second straight game over 100 yards receiving against the Lions last week, missed his second straight day of practice on Friday. He's still dealing with an illness. Both Carr and Olave are listed as questionable heading into Sunday's game.
He's involved. He's been at home, because we don't want that kind of going through the rest of the roster. He's got the flu. All right, so he's on medication. He'll be back in here this afternoon with the doctors. When you get a situation like that, you try to keep those guys away from the rest of the team as much as you can, so you don't have that running through the team. So, but he's been involved with the game plan. And if he's healthy enough to play and feels well enough to play, he'll be out there on Sunday.
Despite dealing with several injuries, the Saints need to find a way to get a win against the Panthers, a division rival, as the Saints are tied with the Bucs for second in the NFC South, a game back from the division-leading Atlanta Falcons.
Every game feels like in a sense, a playoff game, right? It's not a lose and go home, but it's definitely, the importance of these games and the losing streak that we've had right now. We have to come out of it. And yeah, it's a huge division game. Division games count for 1.5 or 2 games, however you write that out. But it's a huge game, and we know it's going to be a close one because we played in week 2 and it was a tight game, really the whole game. So we know what kind of game it's going to be. It's going to be a physical, gritty game, and it's going to be 4 quarters like most NFL games are.
2 Saints players have already been ruled out for Sunday's game against the Panthers, defensive end Isaiah Foskey and running back Kendre Miller. And while quarterback Taysom Hill and wide receiver Rashid Shaheed have not practiced all week, they are questionable for Sunday, meaning that either player could potentially take the field. We'll have everything on NewOrleansSaints.com throughout the weekend as we get ready for this matchup against the Carolina Panthers, 12 o'clock in the Caesars Superdome.